I'm out in the garden today, so I thought I'd share with you what all I have planted here for my bees. So here with these beautiful little purple flowers is oregano. The bees absolutely love it. Those are black-eyed Susans, but they're a really cool black-eyed Susan. My other ones don't look like that. These ones are kind of like a mix between like a sunflower and black-eyed Susan. They're kind of cool looking. We have daisies, strawberries, cosmos, milkweed for both the butterflies and the bees. We have yarrow, and if you look up and around, you'll see the bees flying. Straight in there. There's bees on that flower right there at the top. That is a honeybee. Over here is a honeybee going to the purple. Right in there. Don't know if we can see it and zoom in close enough. Right there. We have some cone flowers back in there, which there's lots more of those to come up. They just haven't started flowering just yet. We have asparagus, which the bees, I learned this year, absolutely love the pollen from the flowers once it gets the stalk and once it grows up to like this point and these start to bloom. The bees love it. It's a bright orange pollen that they get off of them. We have bee balm. Lots of daisies, lots of black-eyed Susans, some more cone flowers, and we have a butterfly visiting. I don't do this only for my bees, but for the butterflies also, and all pollinators. There are some sunflowers, some more cone flowers, a variety of pink and white. Down in there, right there, those are Sweet Williams that will seed out here, and they will reproduce on their own. The seeds fall out and then they sprout up again next year. This is all full of Williams, which is a spring flower, early summer. We also have mare's tail, which I hate, but the bees love it, so I do leave some of it, but it will spread like a wildfire and it will overtake everything in your garden, so you do have to keep it under control, only leaving a handful. I have a butterfly bush down here underneath this daisy and black-eyed Susan that is really struggling. I'm probably going to have to dig up the others to try and give it some room to grow because it's really struggling this year. We have some more strawberries, some more daisies and cone flowers. We have our cucumbers, and if you look right on down there on that flower, there is a bee. We have peas and cucumbers and tomatoes, all of which the bees love, especially the cucumbers. We have peppers, more milkweed. I leave all of my clover so that the bees, ooh, got to zoom back out, back on my face. I leave all of my clover so that the bees can have that. So I have lots of clover growing in my garden. Some I've planted, some I have just let grow from the grass. We have zucchini. And all of that little stuff right in there, that is all cosmos and zinnias that I planted this year. I actually had a old bag of seed that I was like, you know, probably I'm not going to keep this any longer. It's probably not going to grow anyways, so I literally dumped the entire bag, which was like a half a bag, on my garden right here in the middle, and I'm pretty sure that every single seed grew because they are way too close together. I hope they work, I hope they grow, but at this point I really can't do much about it because they're so close. If I dig them up, they're probably going to die, especially in this heat. I also have a ton of marigolds, came up on their own this year, which in the fall the bees thrive on those. Some more milkweed, my beetle bug catcher, because these Japanese beetles will tear up your entire garden if you do not keep them under control. And then we have a few of the zinnias that are starting to come up already. And our milkweed that is blooming also. And then I have a row of potatoes, which they really don't, they do flower, but I actually pop the flowers off because I'm doing a trial this year actually, up to where the stake is for the butter, or the hummingbird feeder. I pulled off all the blooms, and then I left the blooms on the other side to see what kind of potato yields I get, because I've heard both things. I've heard take the flowers off, you get better yields, leave the flowers on, you get better yields. So I'm doing my own little trial and error here and see what happens. But we're back to the beginning here, and that's a view of my garden. I had somebody that was asking me why I don't plant flowers for my bees and whatnot, but I do. I don't have a huge area for them, but I do have stuff for them. But honestly, bees will travel 3 miles from their front door of their hive, and so they may not choose the things that are right outside their door. They may fly farther away. If I had the time, I would probably plant a ton more, but one person can only do so much. So this is what I do for my bees and my butterflies. Till next time.